OffBeat Sports Podcast presented by Celsius.
It's been a tale of two seasons for the Boston Celtics.
I probably aged about 10 years just from that series.
I'd probably compare myself to just a younger, smarter, more handsome, stronger Michael Jordan.
Let's go Celtics. Go Patriots.
These are guys who, when you give them a bowl of Cheerios in the morning, they finish every last drop of milk.
Absolute clown over here.
I'm ready when you are, baby.
Everybody, welcome back to the OffBeat Sports Podcast presented by... Today we're continuing our new interview series called OffBeat University, where we interview Division I college athletes, both male and female, from many different sports to get the full perspective into the lives of our student athletes. Today we're joined by Alexis Kapales, a member of the St. Peter's women's volleyball team. Thanks for joining us, Alexis. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited.
So, Alexis, seeing that you're good enough to be a D1 college athlete, you've been playing volleyball for a long course of your life. I want you to, kind of walk us through your journey that led you to playing for St. Peter's.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been really crazy, honestly. So throughout high school, I really didn't get a chance at all playing. I feel like I really sat the bench a lot through high school, was always told I wasn't good enough to be able to play in college. Until my senior year, my coach finally put me in and gave me a chance. So I decided to go the junior college route. So I went to junior college for 2 years and then kind of just worked really hard at junior college. And from there, it really kind of gave me the stepping stone and the tools to be able to go Division I level.
Nice. Yeah, we love a good underdog story, either show up or shut up,
Yeah.
That's awesome. So during your recruitment time and the college selection process and stuff like that, was there anything that stood out to you about St. Peter's or anything about their tour or the coaches or anything the message that they drove to you that kind of made you choose that school over any other school or the location or anything like that?
Yeah. So location was a big thing for me. There's a lot of job opportunities within sports management in the New York City area, Jersey City area. So that was a big thing for me. St. Peter's hasn't always had a great team. So I feel all the girls that came in this year really had the mentality of we want to change the culture of the program and we really want to change St. Peter's women's volleyball. So I think that's was a big thing for a lot of us coming in, just wanting to change the culture and wanting to turn around St. Peter's for sure.
Did just quick follow-up to that, did you look in other areas or was that your target was New York and that kind of the city
Jersey area
school? Did you look at other schools in that area or was your search kind of more spread out?
It was pretty spread out. So I looked a lot in the South. So I am from Arkansas. So I looked a lot of schools.
No shit. My roommate's from Arkansas. That's funny.
Really? Where's
he
from?
Hey, Merlos, what part of Arkansas are you from? Rogers, Arkansas.
Okay, that's 4 hours from where I'm from.
Yeah, it's funny because he's my new roommate. My roommate before him was also from Arkansas.
Really?
So
wow, Harry, you're just a lucky guy.
I know.
That's funny. Yeah, so I looked a lot in that area and then really decided just to kind of branch out. My junior college was in Nebraska, so it was really kind of similar to Arkansas. So I knew I wanted something out of my comfort zone. So
yeah,
I did good schools here though.
Yeah, so from talking to you prior, it seems like you're a huge ambassador for the mental health of student athletes. So talk to us a little bit about that, how you keep your mental health strong and the importance of supporting student athletes in their mental health.
Yeah, for sure. So my freshman year, I struggled a lot with mental health, just being super far from home and having this big, with junior college, there's only freshmen and sophomores. So you take on a really big role just coming into it, prior as if I would have went to D1 right out of high school. I wouldn't have had to take on, I feel such a huge role. So I struggled a lot my freshman year, and my coach, I got really close with her. She really kind of helped me get out of that rut. And after I was really out of that rut, I knew from then on, I really wanted to help other athletes because it's something that's so not talked about. I feel within sports, there's so much stigma around having to be okay and all these sort of things. And so I think it's really cool to be able to go around, especially on our campus, and be ambassadors for it and help people with it. I feel so many people struggle with it, but so many people don't want to speak out about it because they make it seem they're weak. But I think it's really cool when people are able to speak out and talk about how they're actually feeling.
Yeah, that's hold on, Harry, one sec.
Yeah,
that's that's a big thing right now. I know my freshman year, that was a huge thing, especially with the COVID year, all that mess, people being locked in. I know that was a huge thing that schools tried to put focus on. And some of the stuff they did, like, it had success, some of it didn't. And I know that's like a big thing in college right now for all students, and especially student athletes who have a lot of pressure on them. And Harry, I don't know if you can talk to, I know as a
I was
military guy, that's a
yeah,
big thing.
I was just
I
about to
experienced
say,
the same thing.
yeah, I was just about to say, I want to give you like props for being so forward in that movement, because being in the military, I have a lot of friends that have a really tough time around here, because it's not easy. Life out here is really hard, and it's a really big struggle. And I don't want to try and compare it to like a sport, because it's the same kind of struggle but different backgrounds. You know what I mean? I completely understand that, and a lot's going on behind the scenes. And come work time or come game time, you're supposed to put all that away and forget about it. And it takes a big toll on you as you go on. And I've had a lot of friends that have really struggled, and I've lost some. And I really want to just thank you for what you're doing, and I really appreciate that.
I kind of like, it's funny because I kind of have like a combination of the two, of like where you're both coming from. Because so I go to like a military school, like a military like regimented academy type thing, and it's not like the military by any means, like nothing like what Harry has or anything
Damn
like
right, you better know it.
but like I have, it's like uniform school, regiment style type thing. The military like aspects are installed, but I also play a sport here. It's not Division 1, it's Division 3, but it's still like a big commitment to play like a sport in college at any level, really. So I kind of understand like where you're coming from with all of it. Like it's a lot to like put all the stuff aside from school, and especially like if you're far from home as like you're gonna be now, like to put all that stuff away, and like it's hard, but it's a big thing that's been pushed now, like the whole mental health of athletes and stuff. So I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Sure. So my freshman year, when I was struggling really bad, I originally waited till after season and pretty much quit almost. Went home for like the whole spring semester and just told myself like this isn't for me. I can't do it. Like just this whole big thing. And I remember like my parents being so big and helping me push through that. So I think that's another big reason is like I gave up kind of like on my dream because of that. And I think like being able to push through that any level, like JUCO D3, like no matter what level you're at, I feel like I don't know, like Division 1, there's such a stigma, but I think any level is so hard and like still, I don't know. I feel like there's such a
Especially
stigma
like
on like
Yeah.
D1, but
Division 3, I
I
feel
don't know how
like
to.
even like Division 3 and Division 2s, I know like I like my school is Division 2 but just went D1, so like I kind of have both aspects of that where I know people. But like also like Division 3, like I feel like that's like a sport where you having similar commitments to those of D1, but you're not getting a lot of the benefits of a Division 1 athlete.
Yeah,
So like it may even be harder for like a Division 3,
yeah.
or it could be 10 times worse for a Division 1 because there's even more pressure. So it's like it's all like individual cases are very interesting to look at. And I just feel like it's such an important like movement that's kind of coming into the light like in the last few years as like that a focus. And like even some professional athletes that I know have come out like and talked about their struggles, like, and then people just try and diminish it with like, well, you're making like millions of dollars a year, so how can you be like, but like it is a serious problem. And it's like, and it's good that people are starting to recognize this and working towards finding solutions and support systems to help.
And kind of like how Bosi said, you're far from home. You like your outlets are kind of narrowed down a lot, and I understand that. Because being damn near halfway across the country from where I'm from, 700 miles away, I don't have much contact with the people that I know that know me best. And that's for a lot of the guys around here. And having the people around you that kind of go on and kind of break you through those shells, I'm very happy for you. I'm glad you're back in it, and we're excited to see where you go from here.
I appreciate.
Like so far, just like being there and the experience you've had there, like what has been your favorite part of like the program, like as a volleyball there? Is there anything like that's like stuck out to you so far?
Yeah, I feel like so we pretty much have like a whole new clean slate team this year. Pretty much everyone left. We only had 2 returners, so we have like a whole new roster, which is really cool. And coming from junior college, I was really nervous to come into like a big program, especially a school that had just like taken off on the map with March Madness, and there was so much pressure on St. Peter's at that time. So coming in, I was super nervous. But the girls are amazing. Like I feel like on a lot of teams, there's like I don't know, you have like your people, but I feel like all the girls on the team are genuinely like my best friends. The coach is great. Like we're a smaller Division I school, so I feel like even with like the administrators, everyone is so helpful and everyone's so close. It's like one big family here. So I feel like I don't know, I've had a really good time. It's really cool here. I really liked everything, honestly. Season's not kind of going how we want it to go, but like at the end of the day, like I have all of their backs and I know they have mine. So it's like it's just a big family.
So from the few questions that we've got from you so far, you've already talked a lot about, when you got here, like you guys were like all new set of girls, ready to go, ready to like get shit started. And I want to ask you, because when you're all a brand new bunch and like trying to bring it to the top, like what were your expectations when you started out? Were you like super hyped to meet all the girls, or were you like kind of nervous about everything going on, didn't know how you were going to perform? How was it getting into that groove?
So at my junior college, I took on a really big role my freshman year as a captain. And so I feel like those 2 years of me being at junior college really built me up to be able to put on this leadership role. As soon as I got to St. Peter's, I knew with there only being a couple upperclassmen, I was really going to have to put all the freshmen on my back and show them kind of the ropes, show them what's up, because most of them will be playing. That's a really cool position to be in at a division.
Absolutely, yeah.
Coming in, being a freshman and playing, you don't get that at many Division I levels. So I knew that my leadership and how I led by not even what I say, but just what I do was going to be such a big thing. So I think
Lead by example.
Sure. So I think from day one, that was like my biggest thing was that I knew that I was just constantly going to have to be there for them, helping them, and just kind of building them up all the time. So that was just like a big thing for me, knowing like I was about to step into a big role on the team already, not being here for a long time. So that was really a cool opportunity. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten at a lot of other Division I's. So that's been probably a really cool part, is seeing just how much the freshmen have grown just within these short like month and a half period.
Well, I'm glad you found your spot. Sounds like it worked out well for you.
So as a Division I athlete, talk to us about that balance of being a student athlete. I know it's tough to balance your academics with your athletics, and that's a big thing. And so talk to us about a little about how you tend to like balance your schedule and try and juggle the pressure.
It's a pain in the butt. I'll say that. Like, so many people like try to glorify it, and there's no glorifying 6 a.m. workouts, practice, like 3-4 hours of classes, back to workouts, back to practice. Like it's genuinely a struggle. And I have definitely had a lot harder time at the Division I level, because I feel like JUCO you can kind of just get by, like not super hard classes. Like it's super different here, but I'm kind of still getting the hang of it here. The classes are definitely a lot harder, so that's a struggle. But I feel like really just kind of prioritizing like yourself before everything, making sure like your mental health is okay and that you're okay, is like my number one priority. And then kind of like a schedule for me, I just have to write everything out for the day in the morning, figure out what I have to do, and kind of go from there. But definitely is a struggle trying to balance everything.
Absolutely.
We're gone a lot too. Yeah, like we've been gone the past 4 weekends, traveling every weekend. So that's
And
also
being on the road is a whole new stressor on itself.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys were on ESPN Plus. I saw like on your story. That's pretty cool. I mean, you guys get
That's dope.
national
That's dope.
coverage.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Get the name out there a little bit more. So you're saying, talking about all this stuff coming from home, and how when you started out in high school, you didn't really get your shot, so you had to kind of work your way and prove your worth and get to where you are now. And that takes a lot to be able to, stick at that and keep going when everybody's kind of like telling you you're not gonna, and I want to know, like, of everybody you could choose from, like, you had to pick someone who's had the biggest impact on you and, like pressured you and pushed you to keep striving to be your best. Who would that be for you?
Definitely my dad. My dad's my best friend, 100%. Just from when I was little, he's always like been like my rock, kind of my backbone, and always has pushed me. Even throughout high school, when I never had my chance, I would come home from practice every day or games, and I'd be so like deadbeat, thinking like I'm never gonna make it, I'm never gonna make it. And I just remember him every single night coming and telling me like, you're gonna get your shot, you're gonna make it. Like, I know you're gonna be where you want to be someday. So I feel like he has definitely been like my rock through everything and always believed in me. And I feel like he's one of the biggest reasons why I've pushed so far and like am where I am right now.
I bet those girls that were starting ahead of you aren't going to D1 schools like St. Peter's right now either. So that must be a good win in the checkbook for you as well.
They're definitely all sorority girls right now. So. Nothing against sorority girls if they're sorority girls.
I love it. I love it. The shade.
I love the banter. I love it. I love it.
But that's not my kind of life.
So I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. So, but as a St. Peter's student, how cool is it to see like the men's basketball team go on that Cinderella run in last year's March Madness tournament? Because I know as a basketball fan, that was so fun.
Oh my God, that was fun.
It's
That was pretty
insane.
cool. Yeah, last year that was insane.
I just remember like that first game against Kentucky, like, oh my God, after they won that, everyone was just so hype. And then it just kept going. Purdue, Murray State, like everyone, it was insane. Like it was exactly kind of what St. Peter's needed. Like nobody knew who St. Peter's was. And like when the schedule first came out that Kentucky was playing St. Peter's, like it's just one of those games that everyone's like, okay, easy win for Kentucky. And then it happens, and then all of a sudden we're in the Elite Eight, and it's crazy. Even still, like I feel like we're such a small school that everyone's still kind of so hyped, and I think it's something that really like brought kind of Jersey City together, and kind of like supporting the school more. So I feel like we have a lot more support from people in the community, which is super cool too.
Oh yeah, that'll be talked about for a while.
Well,
Oh, big time.
Well, they blew up, those assholes blew up my bracket, but that's fine.
I thought it was crazy when that all happened because I think it kind of like highlighted the school, like not just like for like what they did, but I remember like they talked about on like sports and all that stuff, like how small like the campus is and like the craziness of like where all the buildings are and stuff like that. I remember like they showed like the gym and stuff, which I'm assuming you guys play in. And all that stuff. I remember like when that happened and everyone was like, how is this like happening? Like this school that doesn't even have like a campus and like all this crazy stuff. And it was like, it all just blew up of like how insane it was. And like, that was like my favorite part of it was that it was like,
hey, why don't you just shit on their school?
I'm not, it's like, insane.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's kind of like,
Oh my God. The picture that
the
was
gym and
going
stuff, which I'm
around was
assuming
from,
you
like,
play it.
years ago. It was like the
Oh, it wasn't
crappiest
even the
looking gym ever.
it
Like,
wasn't even the updated
wood
picture.
bleachers. No, it wasn't. And I was like scrolling through TikTok and I would see so many pictures of people like roasting the heck out of our gym. And I'm like, dude, that is not even our gym anymore. Like, we got a brand new gym. So it's nice. So
Everyone's
I'm like,
just so
okay,
misled.
Like,
I'm
if
not
you
trying
look
to
at
roast it. I
photos-
just remember that was like huge. It was
So
like
that picture's not even real. Everyone,
The gaslighting is crazy here. This
the
is
school,
not-
the
No,
school,
I would
the school's
comment
actually
on
like
all of
super
it.
nice.
So mean. I'm like, give it a rest. It's not our gym anymore. Like, if I go back to any of those videos, it's just like mean comments from me. I'm like, take this down. This isn't our gym. This is so terrible. Like,
I honestly
give me
never
some
heard that.
credit.
No, I've never.
Wait, that's
heard the
kind of
other side
crazy
the
that that
story.
didn't come
That's
out. That
nuts.
Wait, that's crazy.
So our old gym was really bad. It was like wood bleachers, like worse than.
Oh, we
high
saw.
school. But now
and
we
to
have
our
nice-
prior knowledge that was your gym now. So like we know.
No, yeah, that's so funny though. Yeah, people would text me and be like, "That's the gym you're playing in," and I'm like, "No." I don't
Oh,
have
I'm
a
looking at
gym
the. Yeah,
there."
that's your new gym's nice.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
super
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
I don't mean
God.
to like crap on the score or anything. I just
What a
remember
what a
that
misleading
blew up the side
storyline.
I
Yeah.
know. If our new gym was crappy, it'd be different, but our new one's super nice.
Everybody just got so gaslighted. It's crazy.
That's
No,
so funny.
I gotta ask, talking on the huge success story that was St. Peter's and the big old 16 seed going to the fucking 8 right there. That's some crazy shit. You also playing a sport for St. Peter's, you must have been sitting there like, oh hell yeah. Bring the media, bring the attention, let's go. How did that feel sitting in the sidelines like, oh, it's my turn next. My turn
Yeah.
next.
It's crazy. So I was actually still at junior college. I moved a little bit after the fall season here.
Oh
after
yeah.
my junior college. So I just remember like that first game, like everyone at my junior college is like, God, there's no way, like this isn't gonna happen. And the whole game, I'm just like screaming it up, and I'm like in your face, like I'm telling you they're gonna win, and no one believed me. And then it happened. So they start getting excited, and then that next game against Murray State, they're like, they're not going to win. And it keeps going. And I just remember shoving that in their face so much and then being like, oh shit, I go to school there. Like, this is crazy. Like, we have the opportunity to like do the same thing and like put St. Peter's on the map again.
Yeah, now you got to wear that pride and keep it going for yourself too. That's crazy.
We've kind of been humbled a little bit because we haven't been really winning at all. We do have a new team, so we get that. And sometimes they'll talk about, oh, like basketball run. I'm like, no, that's not us right now. Like,
Yeah.
But even still, I feel like I don't know. It'd be really cool if we made it to NCAA tournament and kind of had
That'd be awesome.
on the map. Yeah.
Well, Dougie boy's over by us now. He's at Bryant now. Yeah, my buddy's plays plays for Bryant, so like he just like over the summer met him, and I'm like, you gotta get him on the podcast. That'd be huge.
No, for sure.
After that, the whole tournament, like their whole coaching staff left, and like
I know that was
crazy. Like within like a week of them getting knocked out, like the coach took a new job, and like half the team transferred.
I was getting like DMs constantly from people. Will you text Doug this for me? Like, oh my gosh, Doug follows you. Like, will you tell him this for me? Or like people from my junior college, they're like, FaceTime me and show me Doug. I'm like, no.
Can you FaceTime Doug right now?
No, God, no. I will not be FaceTiming Doug.
So Doug, we're on this interview.
Yeah. You should
Doug, when are you gonna shave your mustache?
Oh my gosh.
There's no good answer to that question.
Hey, I'm pro mustache. That's the only facial hair we can grow in the Marine Corps. I am so pro mustache. Keep it going, Doug. If you're watching this, good on you.
There's
grow
zero
it out
chance
larger.
he's watching this.
Oh, he'll watch it.
All right.
He'll watch it.
All right. Well, that's all we got for you tonight. Thank you, Alexis, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, best of luck in the rest of your season. And thanks everyone for watching and listening. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at @offbeat_sports and on TikTok at @offbeatsports. Make sure on the lookout for the next installation of the Offbeat University series. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.